Hey guys, welcome back. This is the week of Christmas and I'm just getting off the road after traveling around for about a month. I did have a chance to go down to Atlanta, hung out with the guys from Iraq Veteran 8888. They just posted a brand new AK meltdown video. Please swing by and check that out if you haven't already. I'll put a link down below. And also I got to swing by and talk to the guys at HMG Machine and checked out the new STG-44. Really looking forward to seeing that rifle on the market. And then I did some time down in Florida with Chase at Definitive Arms and the Big 3 media event, hanging out at their range. A really good time, and actually took the family down for a little bit of a vacation. But again, this week is the week of Christmas, just getting home, getting settled back in. But of course, when it's a holiday, we like to celebrate by shooting guns. And today is a range day video, and we just brought out a weird mix of guns to shoot and to have a little bit of fun with. So let's get out, do a little bit of shooting, and start the fun. You guys have seen this rifle here on the channel before. This is my Definitive Arms 5.56 VEPR. Now these rifles were brought in by IO Inc. over a year ago. I guess it's coming up on 2 years now. They weren't real popular, unfortunately. Now, you might still be able to find a few of them out there, but as soon as I saw them come onto the market, I picked one up and I sent it right down to Chase, and this is exactly one of one. It's the only rifle in the existence that has the Chase, or I should say Chase's Definitive Arms AR-15 magwell adapter, which also means that it locks open on the last round fired. So the gun runs dry, magazine follower comes up and catches the bolt. Stick a fresh magazine in, hit the button, gun chambers, and is ready to go again. So that is just really, really cool. And that's why I wanted to get this rifle, is just because I wanted to have Chase put his magical little magwell on here. The guns come with, or came with, they may not be coming to the country anymore, I don't believe they are, with the side folding stock. Really, really cool. To release it, just push a button here in the rear area, releases the stock, and it hinges open. Has a side rail on it, has the cutout here in the clubfoot stock for it. Even have a trapdoor here for a cleaning kit. Inside, it's just a standard AK. Right? Just a good old VEPR AK in 5.56. Don't know if I can get this to come up or not. These are always difficult. Nope, not going to get the gas tube off right now. But you can see Chase's bolt hold open mechanism in there. We bring this gun out and shoot it quite a bit. I had it out last, I think, with the guys from Griffin Armament when we did their suppressor video. We're talking about Suppressors 101. This is the gun we had in the video. It also had a suppressor on it. I do like to run this thing suppressed. It works actually very, very well with a suppressor. But this is just a cool gun. I love the fact that it's just one of one. I like the fact that it's 5.56. The ammunition's all over the place and affordable. And it uses standard AR-15 magazines. Now, the bad thing is my favorite 50-round drums do not work in this gun. So that kind of sucks. But as a backup, I have the Surefire 60s and 100s. I don't like the 100. The 60s are okay if you can get one that works. This one seems to work fairly reliably. I'm gonna go ahead and lock the bolt open here. Stick the Surefire 60 in, make sure it locks, let it go. It's a little bit long. You notice it kind of doesn't want to rest too reliably. It wants to flip itself off its bipod. Put it out here and have a little fun here. See if we can find some dirt clods to mangle. The stock is really short on this thing. That was a good one. Oh, I think, you know what it just did? I pulled the trigger so fast that the hammer followed the bolt home and it didn't fire. So I can bump fire this thing pretty quick. All right, locked open. Yeah. That's kind of funny. You can actually bump fire AK so fast that you can actually get that hammer to follow the bolt home and it won't fire the round in the chamber. But drop the magazine out, stick another one in, and there you go. Now we just did the meltdown video with Iraq Veteran down in Georgia this past week, and these VEPRs can handle quite a bit of sustained fire, especially with this rifle being 5.56, has a much heavier barrel, be able to dissipate that heat over that longer barrel. You could probably sit out here with Surefire magazines like this and shoot all day long and just not really have to worry about doing any damage to the gun whatsoever. Beautiful gun. This is my brand new Galil Ace pistol, 7.62 by 39. Nice tiny little package. You saw me talk about this gun quite a few months ago at the Big 3 event in Florida, and they're starting to ship these things. I have not fired it yet. This is the first 20 rounds I'm going to put through the gun. I just wanted to bring it out on the range day and play with it. It's been sitting in a box now for about a month. I haven't had a chance to shoot it yet. Been traveling quite a bit, but I'm really excited to give this little guy a run. Looking inside that thing, it's just beautiful. I love a gun when it's brand new, but I also love a gun that's well used. I think I just love all guns. Anyway, let's give this guy a run. It comes with first generation PMag, so this one does not have the steel reinforcements. This is the magazine that came with the gun. It's got 20 rounds of Wolf ball in it, and let's see how it shoots. The selector lever is really nice. It's in that familiar spot like a Galil. Let's flip it to fire. It's really natural, unlike the Arsenal guns where you pull it back to put it in the fire mode. This is more natural. Pushing it forward sets the gun to fire. You also see this little truncated safety move back and forth, which you can operate with your hand as well if you want to. Let's do a little bit of hip shooting at a steel target. Got a challenge steel target downrange, and we'll see if I can hit it, you know, just kind of winging it here. There we go, finally. All right, let's try the sights. There's just some random surplus magazine here. I think it's got 30 rounds in it. See if the sights are close to being on. So it has two peep sights. One's kind of a combat aperture. One's more refined. It has a Galil style sights. Yeah, that hit. You definitely tell these sights are intended to be used with a stock. When you're using it at pistol length, the aperture is really small and that front post is really large. Hold it a little bit closer to my face here. It's got a ferocious little fireball. So the other thing you got to watch out for and be mindful of is the fact that this is a reciprocating charging handle. So you don't want to grab the gun like that, which is kind of unnatural. Usually your thumb will wind up in that position. So yeah, it's got a really smooth little trigger. The action on it is smooth as glass. That's going to be fun. I think this is a prime candidate for an SBR project. And a suppressor. I got to suppress everything. So the first thing we tried when we got out here, well, okay, maybe not the first thing. The second thing we tried when we got out here with the Galil Ace pistol was the 75 round drum. What do you think? No, guys, it won't work. See the cut, the polymer lower here? It's about the same angle as the drum. It can't rock in, it can't lock. That's kind of a downer. Oh well, 40 rounders it is. My buddy who's running the camera picked up this new RPK. He bought it from Copper Custom, he bought it from us. And these are about $1,299 retail. It's a parts kit, Romanian parts kit, 1964 era, built by Lee Armory on a Nodak spud receiver. He brought this thing out to test fire it this afternoon. He's gonna let me shoot it on camera. We're just gonna stick it in the video and let you guys take a look at it. It's a good looking rifle, has a heavy profile barrel, RPK. It's USA made barrel with a nitrided finish to it. And it's got the clubfoot stock on it and all that stuff. It's a decent looking gun. You know, we used to be able to get the AES-10Bs for a while. Used to be able to pick those things up for like 700 bucks. The old Romanian Wasser RPK style rifles, but those things dried up a long time ago. Companies like Lee Armory have stepped up to fill that void so we can still get some RPK action going on. It is a 7.62 by 39 rifle. Got some Wolf ammo in here. It's just a standard PMag, first generation. Put a few rounds through it here. Let you guys see this thing in action. Yeah, that thing's got a really light trigger on it. You can really get that thing bump firing pretty good. I believe it's got a Tapco trigger in it. Yep, it's got a Tapco trigger in it. Very light, very clean trigger. The action's really smooth on the gun. That's a lot of fun. Neat gun, kind of a classic. This is another gun my buddy brought out. He picked this up off the internet. Now, the guy running the camera is as bad as I am about buying guns. He's impulsive as hell, just like I am, and this is one of those impulse buys. He found a guy on a local bulletin board, Ingo, and the guy was asking $650, I think, for this old CETME, which is a Century Arms kit build, and he got the guy down to $400 and just decided to buy it. Now, this is a fun rifle because this is kind of a classic Century rifle. These things were really popular a decade or more ago and were really affordable, but taking a look at the build quality on this thing, it's beyond atrocious. I don't know where they got these lowers. Fire is up, safe is down. That doesn't make any sense. You can also see light through here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see light right through the receiver. That's because this weld is incomplete or really, really bad. Looks like somebody just put it on a grinder here to grind these welds down. It's just a really, really crude gun. You can see like it's dented and stuff on the charging handle, or the cocking tube I should say. It doesn't even look straight. Yeah, this thing is an interesting rifle. It'll probably blow up and kill me. But what's funny is, despite their rather crude appearance, these guns, if you got one that worked well, they worked well. If that makes any sense. I don't know that it does. Let's see, okay, so I'm trying to put it on fire and I just put it on safe because the controls are reversed. All right. Magazine didn't lock in. Try it again. Surprisingly, the sights are on this thing. It's got a ferocious muzzle brake on that thing. Look at that. Standing next to this is extremely unpleasant, but it's really effective. Typically, roller-locked rifles like this have a pretty good recoil impulse. This thing doesn't. This thing is really smooth, surprisingly so. Now, after all that complaining I did about how cheap and ugly it was, it actually shoots pretty nice. 400 bucks. I don't know if I'm that impulsive. You know what we ought to do is bring this thing out and shoot it next to the real Spanish CETME that I have. I have a Mars import gun. We'll bring them out and do a comparison of the two. I think that'll be kind of fun. Stick around for that video. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed coming out to the range with us to screw around and have a good time. If you guys want to support the channel, the best possible way to do that is to go buy Copper Custom. I'll put a link in the description below. It's coppercustom.com. Also, if you haven't already, please check out Full 30. It's full30.com. Again, I'll put a link in the description below. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. If you're not a Christian, you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a happy holidays. Whatever it is you enjoy doing, go out and have a good time. Enjoy the time off. Hopefully you're not working this coming week. Anyway, everybody, we'll talk to you guys soon. Meanwhile, I'm going to sit back, sip a cup of freedom, and play with my RPK. God bless America.